They were supposed to be pure, sworn to virginity, chosen by the gods, the most sacred women in all of Rome. But behind those marble walls, the Vestal virgins lived a second life, a hidden life, a forbidden life. Because when the moon rose, some of them didn't pray. They seduced, they conspired, they killed. And what they did in the name of ritual would make even the emperor shiver. History tells you these women were innocent, but history lied. One Vestal virgin didn't just break her vow of celibacy. She held orgies beneath the temple floor. Another? She sacrificed a man, not to the gods, but to protect a secret. And when Rome discovered the truth, they buried her alive. To the public, the Vestal virgins were living angels, handpicked at age 6, sworn to 30 years of celibacy, guardians of the eternal flame of Rome. Their touch could pardon prisoners, their presence blessed marriages, and their gaze alone could silence a Senate meeting. They were untouchable, unmarried, unstained, but not all of them followed the rules. Her name was Licinia, chosen at age 7. By 13, she was already turning heads in the forum. Golden hair, sea-green eyes, voice like a hymn. But she was never meant to be obedient, because beneath her white robes, Licinia burned with curiosity. She read forbidden scrolls, whispered with slaves, watched couples kiss from behind temple curtains. And one night, she crossed the line. He was young, drunk, foolish. He thought she was just a girl in a dress, not Rome's most sacred woman. But when he reached out to kiss her, she didn't stop him. And when he came back the next night, she invited him in. Their secret affair lasted months, hidden in crypts, bathhouses, even within the temple. But Licinia wasn't in love. She was practicing something far more dangerous, control. Licinia didn't stop at one man. She confided in another Vestal, Julia, then a third. And soon 4 of Rome's 6 most sacred women had joined her secret circle. They called it the Sisterhood of Fire, and their rituals were nothing short of blasphemy. They drank forbidden wine, performed ceremonies in the nude, offered living sacrifice to ancient gods forgotten by the Senate. Some say they summoned spirits. Others claimed they poisoned senators who got too curious. But Rome was blind, because as long as the sacred flame stayed lit, no one dared question them. He was just a boy, 14, assigned to clean the lower temple. One night he heard moans, chanting, laughter, and when he peeked through the curtain, he saw Licinia, naked, covered in blood and gold, dancing around a chained man. She saw him, he ran, but she didn't stop him, because by morning, the boy was dead, found floating in the Tiber. No wounds, no explanation. But Rome started to whisper. Whispers became rumors. Rumors became investigations. And finally, a secret trial. Licinia stood in chains, still beautiful, still silent. The Senate demanded the truth. She smiled and said, "The gods know what I did, and they thank me for it." That was the last thing she ever said. By law, no Vestal virgin could be publicly executed. Their blood was sacred, so Licinia was buried alive, locked in a small underground room with a single loaf of bread. No light, no sound. She did not scream, she didn't cry. But after 3 days, the eternal flame in the temple went out, for the first time in 700 years, and Rome believed the gods were angry. They told us the Vestal virgins were pure, but one of them danced with blood and walked into death without fear. If you thought this was shocking, wait until you hear what the emperor's own daughter did with her mother's favorite gladiator. Subscribe now, comment. Were the priestesses victims or villains? New Roman secrets uncovered every week.